Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. This is King Jessie Lee Spurlin. Started out with the Spurlin Angel Band, where they kidnapped me and placed me with family members. They did away with the United States anthem that I created. America has held me hostage my entire life. The Supreme Court ruler, a king, 5-time king in the United States. You, as free people, believe there's no king. You believe that ginger-headed, transvestite, woman-beaten, master-eaten, heroin addict, exiled with the vice president, is in charge of this nation, this continent, and any other lands as far as Greenland, Mexico, China, Japan, Spain. You know, even these jackets right here, these jackets, every one of them, hundreds of thousands of them. Those hats, those red hats, them dollar bills, them $5 bills, all that stuff, they have never created one thing that come from the United States. Every single bit of it. Every bipartisan bill you've ever seen them sign, that's why they're blank pages and only signatures. Congress of the United States has never been a Congress of the United States. I've never been able to place one person other than the first 5 members of the Congress in this continent. There's not a plane, not a military, not a hospital, a judicial system, a judge, a courtroom, a postal office. There's not a Presbyterian home. There's not any park. There's not a NASCAR track, a stadium, a university that I have not been provided to see about being held hostage my entire life. This is the message I got for you. Every one of you Gen Xers, every one of you millennials have got the video when you were in school. I don't know if you millennials did, but I know anybody from the 70s up got it. And it tells you especially about the Supreme Court ruler and Congress member, King Jessie Lee Spurlin. You all know my authority. You all know in anything in transportation, that's every semi, every transporting services trailer, every terminal in the United States. And that's including Canada and Mexico, not just what you call America. They are no states in this continent. Legally, by the law and order, they have never been any states in this continent. They are not no governors. They are not no senators. They are not no mayors. And they are not any sheriffs. Every state trooper office, every department of police department, I don't give a shit if it's Polk County. I am the owner of the entire Florida. Now I want you to understand something else. You need to reflect on that video of the Supreme Court ruler and Congress member. In any video you've ever saw of Jessie Lee Spurlin, all the way to 2018 at my congressional Congress seat, all the way back to 2012 and 2010 of me exiling 23 senators and governors from this continent that are still in this continent. This is how important it is. Not one bit of this shit would be here. Since I'd been 19 years old, they've known where I've been. Before that, they've known I've been president. They've known I've been king. They've known I've been Supreme Court ruler. They've held every trust I've owned and America has just destroyed it. Try to say that they're selling it off and bringing it back for America and keeping me held hostage. I have been tortured my entire life. Now, if you care for America, if you care for the United States, I don't give a shit if you, the Germans that come over here to try to save me, that you're in my American military camps right now. You know I'm the owner of this. You know I got the first cell phone. You took every platform from that cell phone. You are making out everything. I know the Jamaicans too. I know every bit of it since 1990 from Texas. I'm here to tell you that I am the Supreme Court ruler. I am the king. It doesn't matter about the word king. They called me God before that. On my embassies, they had it God. My real name of the United States, God, King. You don't care about my name. You don't care about God. You don't care about King. You don't care about Lord, Jesus. They've all been on my names before the Boy Scouts of America. Every statue of me. Now, I promise you, transportation will close. Every plane I will melt in the foundries I own. Every cavalry tank I will melt in the foundries I own. Every semi-trailer that's in Canada, my 200,000 mother smoker trailers right now, I will melt every one of those trailers. You will never have in America, because if you think you are going to steal from the United States, that's Canada too. They got every piece of my forestry equipment. They've got every piece of my military up there. They have never paid me one penny. And I'm telling y'all, in Mexico has built shoes and clothes and all kinds of shit for me, people, that you have been in contracts of Jordan and Nike, and it's all bullshit. Even everything you're buying right now on the internet, anything that's coming from the Supreme Court ruler's vault, anything off-white, every bit of it is the Supreme Court rulers. You think it's for skating. Yeah, I did some things for skating and shoes back in 1998 and 99 and trying to combine them and make people happy. But I didn't know that they was going to come back at me and try to steal every damn thing I've just put into it. Now, I'm promising you, by Monday, if they have not released my limousines from my vault, and only Congress can send my drivers to pick me up with my suits, my shoes. And I'm telling you something, there's not a military force, there is not a judge, they are not a damn state trooper. America, I will give you the order come Monday. You have the representation to destroy every piece of equipment on this continent, Canada to Mexico. I promise you, you better watch that high school film of the Supreme Court ruler and what it means. Congress doesn't have no nuts. That bill that they're passing was never 2025. That was Project 15 that they turned to Project 22. That was all of my industries and corporations. Not for no America. You have never owned one thing because they've held me hostage. I promise you, the South will rise again. Mexicans will be here. Puerto Rico won't be peasants. Jamaicans will have houses. But I'm telling you something, those people are going to be hung. Even the joker sitting at my Senate House where they last shot at me with my skin dangling from my neck at 5 years old, and kidnapped me for the second time or third time since I was birthed in this continent. And I want you to understand something about the United States. My entire family of all nations, waited for 1,000,000 or 100,000 years to have me birthed. And that is whatever and all time. In some paperwork, it's whatsoever and all the time. But it's always been chap suck mother smoker, even on the Blackbird in Huntsville. Jessie Lee Spurlin, mother smoker, chap suck. These people have never created one thing on this continent. I don't give a shit what your documents tell you. In Appalachian, they have never been an Andrew or King. That's a falsified tale, the same thing China's doing. For this, that, those, and then some, come Monday morning, because these people try to kill me for the third time since yesterday. Third time. And I'm telling you something, I've not got no help. But come Monday, if they don't have my limousine, if they don't have my uniforms, you know that there is still, you know that CIA building that they're in? You know that is the last house I built in this country? Every marble piece on it. And all they've done was desecrate the real Supreme Court ruler's seal. I'm telling you something, people. You better listen. You better not let this continent exist if they do not come and get me. For this, that, those, and then some. And that right there is the Captain America warning for the Holy War when I was 13 years old of the forestry and treaty of King Jessie Lee Spurlin. And they have not even honored me saying that every single video. Every military soldier is supposed to have been birthed and born to know that one right there. For this, that, those, and then some, be blessed.